A few minutes later, absolutely not, roared Pat. I cannot believe you would ask me that. Father, said Wyatt, why is this rivalry so important that my happiness is behind it? That's not the point, said Pat. You two cannot date. Period. Dad, said Wyatt, the Greybacks were loving and accepting of us. I know they're not perfect, but who is? Pat knew that he was starting to lose his battle, but he wasn't going to give up his anger. He was going to stand his ground for as long as he could. Mr. Marson, said Deegan, if I may add, if I wasn't related to my parents, for example, would you have allowed us to date? Good question, said Pat. The answer is yes. So why does it matter that my DNA matches my parents? Pat looked down with pure anger in his eyes. He knew he wasn't far from losing, but he didn't want to admit it. His hatred had grown, and he knew it. I said what I said, yelled Pat as he left the room. Wyatt was starting to turn a little red with embarrassment and anger. It's okay, said Tegan. We got my parents to say yes, so at least I can date you. Tegan said with a low chuckle in her voice. Oh, stop it, said Wyatt. Now I say a table for two should cheer you up, said Tegan. Oh, and me, said Wyatt, as he and Tegan left the store. Meanwhile, back with Pat. Pat was in the living room, watching some TV, when Willow came into the room. What's wrong? Said Willow. Nothing, said Pat. I know something is bothering you, said Willow. How did you know? Said Pat. Let's see, said Willow. When you're sad about something, you always watch that Big Bang Theory on the same episode where those two characters break up. You got me, said Pat. Is that about why they Keegan? You heard, said Pat. Yes, I did, said Willow. It's just that I worry she will ruin my store, said Pat. Or break Wyatt's heart. They seem very happy together, said Willow. I don't think Tegan would do that. But what if she does, said Pat. I just want to protect my only son. You were never this protective of Wyatt before, said Willow. It's just that, said Pat. When me and my first girlfriend started to date, he was everything to me. One day, however, she started going out with another guy. I found out and called her out on it. However, this girl was my math teacher's daughter. She convinced her to fail me for the semester and throw me off my high school days. I just don't want the same thing to happen to Wyatt. I don't know what to say, Willow. So, that's why, said Pat. I see where you're coming from, said Willow. But is living in the past the best route for Wyatt? Don't you want to see him happy? I guess, said Pat. Then why aren't you letting him be happy, said Willow. I guess I was mistaken, said Pat. I need to talk to them, as Pat quickly left the room. Let's hope, said Willow.